Hi, Dan from Cloudsmith here. In this video, we are going to look at how quickly and easily you can get started with a private Cloudsmith repository to store and distribute your Docker images. I've logged into my Cloudsmith account and I have an examples repo here that we will use for this demo. This repository contains example packages of each format that we support, and we can do this because Cloudsmith repositories are fully multi-tenant for package formats. All of the package types we support can be hosted from the one repository, while still maintaining compatibility with all the native tooling for each package type, and in this case, acting as a native Docker registry. So let's get started and upload a Docker image to this repo. We can see how to do this by clicking Upload and selecting the package type Docker. We can upload our file right here via the web interface, but we can click here to see the documentation for the other upload methods. As we just said, we can use the web UI after creating a Docker image with the docker save command, and we could also upload that image using the Cloudsmith CLI via the Cloudsmith push docker command, or even then upload via the Cloudsmith API. However, let's look at the instructions to upload via the Docker client itself. So the first thing we need to do to push via the Docker client is to log into this repository using the docker login command with our Cloudsmith username and API key. Let's try that. I've already logged in before in this machine, so Docker should have cached my credentials. It has, and I've now logged in successfully. Okay, in this directory I have a very simple Node.js Express app. Let's go ahead and build that into a Docker image with the docker build command. That's my Docker image built and named example app. If we go back to the upload instructions, we see that the next thing we need to do is tag this image using the docker tag command. So let's go ahead and do that as per the instructions and give this image the latest tag with the command docker tag, our image name and tag, and then our Cloudsmith organization name, repository name, and our image name and tag. Now if we return to the upload instructions one more time, we see that the command to publish the tagged image is docker push. So let's do that. We just do docker push with our Cloudsmith org name, our repo name, and our image name and tag. The Docker client is now pushing our image to the Cloudsmith repository. And that's it completed. Our image has now been pushed to Cloudsmith. Let's return to our repository and have a look at the contents. And there it is, our example app Docker image with the latest tag. If we click on the image name, we can see the metadata that was extracted when the image was pushed. We can see the image README if it has one, and we can see details of all the layers contained within the image, starting with the base layer, all the intermediate layers, and ending with the final layer. Also, when this image was uploaded, it was scanned for security vulnerabilities, and we can see the results of this scan here. Vulnerabilities are listed by severity and include details of the vulnerability, links for more information, and details of which version contains a fix. Next, we can see any other version of this image that exists in this repo, including quick links to move between versions, followed by a log of repository events for the image, download statistics for the image, and finally, detailed contextual install instructions. As this is a private repository, we need to authenticate in order to be able to pull this image and install it. And you can choose the authentication method that you wish to use here. You have a choice of read-only entitlement tokens, and we have another video linked in the description that covers these in more detail, or HTTP basic auth. We will use an entitlement token for this repo, and the install instructions will change to reflect our choice. So let's try and pull and install this image. I have another different machine from the one we built this image on here, and as before, we first need to log into this repository using the docker login command. I've logged in previously, so again, the Docker client has cached the username and token. Next, we just need to use the docker pull command, as per the install instructions, to pull and install this image. Let's just copy that and then run it. The Docker client is now pulling this image from our private Cloudsmith repository. It only takes a few seconds. That's it complete. Our image has been pulled successfully. So now let's just quickly run this image and publish the port that we need to access the example app. That should be it up and running now. If we now just hit localhost and our exposed port in a browser, we can see that it's working. We have successfully pulled down and are running the image that we built and pushed to our own private repo. I hope that this short video demonstrates how simple it really is to get started with your own private repository for your Docker images on Cloudsmith. If you'd like to find out more, just go to cloudsmith.com where you can sign up for your free trial. And remember, to be awesome and automate everything.